Hey, Boaz here with a pedal-powered talk show. We're here in Seattle at the Argosy cruise dock to chat with Captain Shane. Let's go, Phil!
The Pedal Powered Talk Show is the talk show on a bike, and you're watching it now.
So how long have you been a captain?
Let's see, I've been a captain for about 17 years now.
Really?
Yeah, it started very young.
Did you always know that was something you wanted to do?
Not at all. I grew up in New York City, and
wow.
I was on the water, but never had anything to do with it until I moved out to Seattle about 20 years ago. And shortly after, got a job working here at Argosy and kind of fell in love with the water, started working my way up, and I realized that I could do this. I love showing up to work every day, and this is a pretty cool office to have, so why not? I kind of just fell into it and stuck with it.
Is driving a boat easier than driving a car?
Yes and no. Once you're underway and you're out in the middle here and nothing crazy is going on, there's no storm, yes. The minute you're going to dock and the wind kicks up and the waves are rocking, it's 100 times harder than a car.
Yeah.
Because imagine you're trying to park your car, but the road keeps moving out from under you.
Is there like a Puget Sound Loch Ness Monster that people have stories about?
I haven't heard too much about the Puget Sound one, but over in the Lake Washington, there are these stories about 16-foot-long sturgeon that were supposedly released into the lake years ago, or someone released a lot of sturgeon and they've been living at the bottom of the lake, which is 200 feet deep, getting bigger and bigger. And it's always been lore, but about 2 or 3 years ago now, somebody did just find one that washed up about a 14-footer, but the boat that pulled it up or kind of got it was a little skiff, and it was longer than the whole boat, which kind of plays into the whole lore of what's down there. There's some crazy stuff down there.
Would it be possible for me to steer the boat for a little bit?
Do you have a license?
No.
Sure, come on. Rule number 1, driving a boat, don't hit anything. So head that way, you can spin the wheel around, look out for whales.
Really? So I can really?
Yeah, go ahead, do
really...
it. I've been here for a long time, so I've watched the skyline go from pretty minuscule and sparse to filling in, and it's still cranes and new things are coming up all the time. So it's an ever-evolving office, so to speak, and you can't really beat that.
Have you had any, Titanic-style malfunctions?
Oh, I'm glad I don't have a really good, horrible story for you.
Yeah.
There was a seaplane, or actually an airplane, that crashed right here in the south end of the bay quite a few years back now, and luckily the pilot and a couple of people survived, but our boat was one of the first boats on scene there to help rescue the folks out of the water. So those things have happened. It's not common.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
Are you for a question from the Ask-O-Matic?
Yes, I was wondering what this device was going to ask me today and be here for.
If you could be the best in the world at anything, what would you choose?
Ooh, good question. I would like to do something kind of groundbreaking, maybe outside of the realm of what someone who maybe is perceived of either me as a woman or my stature could do. So maybe something like, I don't know, X Games skateboard champion. Or maybe an all-women's rock band that tours around the whole world and has a huge following and can become legendary, and I don't know, something outside of the box of what I do now. That would be pretty great.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Captain Shane.
You're welcome. It's been a pleasure. Enjoy our city.
What's the strangest question anyone's ever asked?
Ooh, strangest question. Well, we often get asked how long is our 1-hour harbor tour, which is kind of an internal joke for us because it's in the name. So we just politely tell them it's 60 minutes long, and so that's one of our funny ones we enjoy here.
It's an hour of pleasure over 3.5 hours.
Exactly. We just spread it out for them.